Welcome to this video series. My name is Jurgen Moors, and this video series will focus on process mapping. So in the next couple of weeks and months, we will talk a lot more about process mapping, how we can use it, what does it mean, what are the benefits, and how important is it in innovation, but also in the new world of innovation where everything is happening a lot faster and where so many new technologies are coming. Like I said, my name is Jurgen Moors, and I am a strategic advisor, and I will try to show you why I start most of the time from the process map. Now, first of all, what is process mapping? For those people who don't know what it is, process mapping is basically the visualization of a certain process. It can be any process, but most of the time we take work processes. And for the sake of having an example, let's have a car manufacturing as a process. At a certain point in time, you start with the assembly of the car, and at a certain point in time, the car is ready and leaves the factory. Well, you can visualize that whole process on a very high level, very specifically to show you that everybody, when they look at this process map, because you mapped everything from the beginning till the end and the major steps in between those, okay, that is how a car is built. Now, each of these steps, of course, you can go a little bit more in detail, and they have their sub-processes definitely. But if you want to visualize stuff, you should not make it also too hard to understand and too complex. So you start at one high level, and if you want, then you go deeper and deeper and deeper. You use a certain systematic for that, with a start like an end and an end. You have your certain steps that you have to take. There can be certain prerequisites before you can actually move into another step, but you can make it as complex as you want. And this is basically what process mapping is. Now, why is it used? Most of the time it is used in the industry. Why does it help you if you have this? Well, if I have a new worker, new employee who is coming to our factory, and I need to explain him how we make a car. Well, if I have this process mapping visualized, I can easily explain to that person from, okay, this is how we, on a higher level, make a car. Well, let's say this person comes into a certain department. We go into the physical process map of this department. We can explain it again with the different steps. And based on the function, what this person actually has to do, you can explain the importance of what the person is doing in the whole bigger process, but all in the sub-processes. So this, for understanding, for explaining, it is one thing where you can bring process mapping to the table. Another way where Toyota has become really important, really known for it, is the Toyota production system, or the total production system. They actually started using it as well for optimizing. So they were starting looking for how can we become more efficient, where do we have losses, where do we have certain inefficiencies. With a process map, when you make sure that everybody is on board and everybody understands it, then when somebody says, okay, we put this screw in here in that way, everybody knows what you're talking about. So this is where a process map is done. Well, I hope this explains to you a little bit from a very high level what is a process map. And in the next episodes, like I said, we will go a little bit deeper on each of these aspects, tell you a lot more about process mapping, don't worry. I hope you liked it. Make sure you follow us for this series on, again, YouTube, LinkedIn, and Instagram. And don't forget, if you have them and they're still working, use your thumbs up. Thank you very much, and see you next time in this episode, another episode of Process Mapping. Bye-bye.